Hey, this is Typical Hunks Adventure. Welcome back to the channel, or for anyone new, thank you for joining in. Today we're going to be talking about some tips with getting approved for the Amazon On-Site Commissions program. Now, if you haven't seen my previous video, I kind of talked a bit about the program and how you get into it. This video is going to be a bit more in depth in making sure that you're kind of going through the process and hopefully getting, your 3 videos submitted and approved without any sort of rejections. So please do watch the other video if you want. I also have another video where I talk about how much I've made in the time that I've started the program, which has been about 6 months. So if you'd like to see real growth with someone in terms of actually earning, then definitely check that out as well. For the videos, I would suggest picking 3 different items from like various categories. It could be electronics, beauty products, appliances, really anything, but try and have them unique just to kind of diversify there if you'd like to, kind of show that in terms of the content. But it doesn't have to be like that. Just make sure that they're, probably everyday items, something that you feel like people are shopping for on the website, and something that you're then able to talk about, whether it's an unboxing or just a product review, really anything like that, but just make sure that you have content that you can fill for those videos. And now that we've talked about the types of videos that you can record as well as the products, I think one of the main things that you need to ensure is that the products exist on Amazon themselves. I know Amazon has pretty much everything, but it doesn't mean that it has exactly everything. Especially when it comes to like various models or things, or maybe even sizes of products. So do ensure that the product does exist on the website, because one of the pieces of the upload is being able to tag said product. So now that we know that the actual product we're wanting to film for exists on the site, we can now talk about the actual video and audio portions. For video, there are a number of ways that you can kind of go about it. You can either hold the product, kind of like if I were to do it right here, filming yourself. It could be further away. Maybe you want to demonstrate a product like a vacuum cleaner and you're vacuuming the floor. Another great way that I typically use is a POV, where I'm filming top down so that I can use both hands for showing the product. And speaking of being able to use both hands, I'll link it in the description, but I use a ring light. I really like it because it provides enough light if the lighting is low in an area, as well as it having a phone mount and a tripod, so I'm able to set it up and kind of put it in the 360 view or anything like that in order to ensure that I get a good shot and I have my hands available to hold the product, and there's no shakiness or anything like that, which is also adding to the video quality, as well as potential audio, so you don't have like a hand kind of blocking where the mic may be on your phone. And one tip for filming, I feel like it goes without saying, is do not share or show personal data, especially if it's like a name or an address. Even QR codes have been known to be flagged by the reviewers as sharing something personal, so watch out for filming things like that. So the other aspect of video is the audio itself. Now, of course, if you are filming the video and talking about a product, then you don't have to worry about that, which can be helpful because then you're talking in real time about the product. But if you're unable to do so, the other option is doing a voiceover. Now, I use the built-in voice recorder app on my Android phone, and honestly, it gets the job done just as well. But of course, that adds an extra layer because then you're needing to edit that audio and overlay it into your video. And one other thing about audio, while kind of being indirectly, it's more so just like what you say. Part of the guidelines, make sure that you're not making false claims about things or medical advice, anything like that, as well as not telling your viewers to go out and buy something or telling them to go and do something. And while I plan to get more in depth into some of this process to keep it high level, the next piece would then be video editing. This is needed only if you have multiple videos that you're needing to string together. Maybe you have got like a product unboxing where you've unboxed the product, but you don't want to show all of that, or you want to speed up some of that or clip things out. One of the things I use is Canva. Now, they do have a website, but I prefer the mobile app. It's completely free. If you've got multiple videos and you say that you want to choose and create a video, choose landscape, and then you've got like a white card where you can choose gallery and choose your video. And then if you need to add more videos, then you just click add a new card, and then you can add more videos in there, and then just make sure that you expand them to fill the white space of the card itself for your video. But that's handy even if you just have one video. Maybe you just want to cut some pieces out of it, or if you've got multiple, then you can string them together. And if you just have that one video file, or multiple in that case, you're able to adjust the audio for those if that's all you're needing to do. In my case, with a lot of the voiceover work that I do for videos, and to kind of give some background on that, I do that just because if my kids are too noisy or anything like that, then that kind of gets in the way of me being able to film anywhere, especially if I need good lighting or if we're outside doing something. This way, I'm just able to film at any time, not worry about the audio of the video. I can just set that to 0, and then I can use my voice recorder app and record at a time like this, or if I'm waiting in the car, or just any time where it's actually quiet, I'm able to record. What I can then do is, after I upload my video and edit that how I want it in Canva, I can then go to the upload section and choose the voice audio file that I've done, and then put that into the video editor. And I'm also able to adjust the audio there to ensure that I get it just right. And that's also helpful for other people if they are maybe quiet in terms of that, or maybe they're trying to be quiet depending on where they're at for the recording. That's one nice thing with Canva, that you're then able to increase that volume, so that way you don't feel like you need to shout while you're creating any kind of content. And one other quick mention is that if you don't want to use Canva, or if you already have something else that exists, really just any video editor works. I personally also have DaVinci Resolve, the free version, but I primarily only use that when creating YouTube videos like this. So now that we've talked about filming your video and ensuring that you've got good audio as well as lighting, whether you film where it's time of day like this, where you've got good lighting, or you can use the ring light to have good lighting, and ensuring that the product exists on the site so that you're able to tag it, the final piece, in my opinion, is just having a good thumbnail. And while a thumbnail is not recommended, and technically in the uploader it will choose a piece of your video that it thinks could be used for the thumbnail, it's honestly best just to create your own. Now, I mentioned Canva before. It's a great tool as well, and it's free. It has tons of thumbnails and elements and things in terms of like font, text, everything like that, to fully customize thumbnails. There's also tons of templated ones that are already available, so if you just want to use one, swap the text, add an image, or gain inspiration from them to try and make your own, it's a really great tool. And personally, I like having thumbnails just because it is more unique. I can add things that help it stand out or point attention to things. It's helpful for users to kind of see something in the thumbnail instead of just reading a video title kind of based on what's there. Also helps if you want to have consistent thumbnails, maybe your brand and things like that. It helps it seem a bit more professional, honestly. Well, once you've created your thumbnail, you're then able to download it off of the Canva site or application, and then we are now ready to begin the Amazon on-site commissions upload process. So from your Amazon storefront, you're able to either click create content and then choose video, or you can go to manage content, which should get you to the Amazon Creators Hub. You can also Google Amazon Creators Hub, and that will get you to the correct page where you'll see the message about the Amazon on-site commissions eligibility and needing to upload and submit 3 videos for review. So once you click to upload your video, or you can upload multiple videos, I've always just done it individually, but when you upload your video, it's going to be processing it, and in that meantime you need to give it a title. So give it something that may be eye-catching, or it's just descriptive. Maybe it's just check out this product, watch before you buy, product unboxing, product overview, really whatever you want. Just make sure that it does have a title instead of the video file that you use, because that's not going to be helpful, and sometimes Amazon honestly just won't even allow it depending on the characters that exist for it. But once you've got your title, the next piece is tagging the product itself. So you'll need to search for that product in order to then tag it, so that's part of the video. And then of course selecting the thumbnail that you had created for it. And once you've got those, then you are able to wait for it to finish processing and then submit the video. After submitting your 3 videos, you'll then just need to wait for them to be reviewed. I believe it mentions on the site that it can take 2 days, if not a bit longer. I know I've seen on forums where people have mentioned it taking months. Honestly, I think it probably just depends on the quality of the videos, or glaring things that they may see. But I think mine was 5 days, but I just checked each day, waited for an email. But once you're in, I got like a congratulations message, and then you're now eligible to start earning on-site commissions. And I was fortunate enough to get in without any sort of rejections on any of the videos, but hopefully that does help you. If you're watching this video, maybe you've looked into the program and you're thinking about starting it and just wanting to get some helpful tips or some insight before creating these videos to ensure that you've got a smooth process on being approved. Or maybe you've been rejected once in the past and you were just wanting to double check some things and ensure that whatever you're doing is going to get you approved, especially if it involves issues with lighting or maybe audio, ensuring that you've got a good thumbnail, things like that. And just on a quick topic of the rejections, I will say sometimes it is a bit annoying because there isn't a lot of information that is given sometimes when you get a rejection. Even in the 6 months or so that I've uploaded videos, I've had a couple get rejected. Some made sense, and where I had noticed that, there's like a barcode with some numbers. Obviously to me it didn't mean anything, but to a reviewer, maybe that was considered to be personal information. If someone was able to check that barcode, maybe it tracked back to like a location or something like that. There's another one where it did have like a shipping label that I had missed. So that one, I had to edit that piece out. One was for installing a smart thermostat, which had a QR code, which I thought was fine, but apparently that QR code may have been considered to be unique. So that was also a video that I had to edit. But then I did have one that I just genuinely couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. It was a baby mattress, and I didn't give any medical advice or anything. I just talked about the mattress and the specs for it. It's like, these are the dimensions for it. And it fits into a crib or as well as a pack and play and things like that. So sometimes there isn't any rhyme or reason, but outside of that, I feel like the majority of my videos I haven't had any issues in terms of just following the steps that I mentioned. But if you found this video helpful, please let me know in the comments down below, as well as subscribe to stay in the loop for future content and tips, as well as just my journey in general, in life, with advice, as well as just with this program and anything else that I learn as I continue to do it. That's gonna do it for this video, so stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.